So listen. This week, my plan, I was gonna, I got off the plane to my dad's in Philly on Friday, or on Wednesday. Fuck! I'm already fucking up. Like, I'm literally not even a sentence in. All right. Wednesday, my plan was to get off the plane, have a few beers with my dad, go to bed. Thursday, had an all-day concert, like a festival thing with my sister. It was going to be great. Friday, my dad and I were going to run some errands, hop at a couple breweries, meet up with some of our beer-drinking friends. Friday night, going to be great. Saturday, I was driving to Pittsburgh to go to the wedding that is the thing that drove me, or the thing that brought me home, right? I was pretty excited for all of it. That was my plan. Shit at the fucking fan. Life happened to me in a very, very weird way. So, we're going to start with Thursday, because I feel like this is the longest story and also chronologically makes sense to me. I don't know about you guys, but it makes sense to me. Also, so if the music is too loud and it starts cutting me out, somebody cut me off. But it was me and my sister. Those were the only 2 tickets that I knew about. Okay. I learned on the way to this concert that my sister is dating a new dude. Just fine, whatever, she can do her. The dude is in prison. She's only known him since a week before he went to prison. They've been dating for quite a few months. Very weird. I'm not here to get into nobody's fucking prison stories because I don't know him, but like, also, that's a hell of a way to be like, hey, nice to see you. I'm dating a dude in jail. Like, it's fucking, it's weird. Before we went to the concert, we met up with her ex. I didn't get told this. She's fucking her ex while her current dude's in fucking jail. Admittedly, she and her ex have been friends for a very long time. They've been friends for a very long time. The 3 of us have hung out with her significant others, with his significant others. Like, this guy's genuinely a good dude. But they fucking. And it's a little weird to find that out in the car with both of them seconds after she says, hey, I'm dating a dude in prison. Okay. He's a cool dude. Everything's fine. It's whatever. It's a little weird for a few minutes because I know they're fucking. They don't want me to know they're fucking, but they fucking, dude. It is what it is. We get to the concert. We have parking lot beers, top 5 beer all time. I walk into this concert and I'm feeling it a little bit, and then I got really fucked up. That's not the point. We shotgun 4 beers in the parking lot in 10 minutes, so I'm feeling it a little by the time we walk in. I just need that to be the baseline here when you understand that every minute of every hour of the 10 hours I was in this concert, I got worse. And I need that to be important context. So, we're in a pavilion. Okay? There's a center section, like right in front of the stage, that's all the pit. They have a person limit, but it's all GA. Nobody has to pay any extra or whatever. Like, anybody can walk in if so long as there's the number of people that are allowed to be in there, and they have a max capacity, and that's fine. Me, my sister's ex, I'm just gonna use his name. Dude, okay, John. John and I were drinking. My sister was the driver. John and I sat in seats. We sat like 5 rows behind the pit on the aisle, specifically knowing we're going to need to get more beer. And also, we just drank a lot in the parking lot, so we're going to need to pee. Let's just sit here. Let's establish ourselves early. Totally fine. Totally fine. I made friends with the people who were behind us. They kept bringing me beer. I made friends with the people who at that point in time were in front of us. They ended up leaving. They started bringing me beer. My sister started bringing me beer. John started bringing me beer. I also spent several $100s on beer. We're not going to talk about it. Oh, I wasn't pissed at all, Aylin. But I need you to understand that, like, I got really fucked up. There are videos that I will post to my personal Instagram later this week of me dancing in public. I've never done that and remembered it. Oh, well, okay. No, you're right. Actually, no, you're right. Yeah, no. I was fucked up. I've never danced in public and remembered it. The only time I've ever known myself to be a dancer, I've been sent videos of it. And there are several from hours apart with each other during the day. Okay. We've established Ted's been shit-faced. All right. Now, oh, good. I appreciate the clarification because I'm just out here getting worked up. All right. So we've established the baseline for Ted was shit-faced. Somewhere around like, yep, we're getting there. Okay. I remember most of this. You're going to need to bear with me. I may not be able to answer all of the questions, but we're getting there, I promise. Somewhere around 2:30 in the afternoon, we'd been there for about an hour and a half. Somewhere around 2:30 in the afternoon, John and my sister said, we're going to go get in the pit. We like the next band that's playing. We want to be really up close. We want to be with all the people. We're just going to go up there for 2 bands and we'll be back. At this point in time in the afternoon, sets were half an hour. There was a 20-minute break in between. So the most they're going to be gone. The most they're going to be gone is like an hour and a half. No! They got back to the seats at 8:30. But I spent this entire time protecting their 2 seats. As the place got more and more populated, I was like, all right, then you're going to need a place to come back to their seats whenever they come back. It's only going to be an hour and a half. Like, it'll be fine. Somewhere around the 4:30 mark, I started not telling people no. Mike, this was Sad Summerfest. We're getting to that part too, because I sobbed like a bitch, and there's a video of that. I'm still debating whether or not to post it. Anyway, around 4:30, I stopped telling people, no, these seats are taken. And I started telling people, you can stand here for the time being, but like once my sister and her friend come back, like I gotta kick you out. I'm holding these seats for them. Everybody that jumped in and out was super fucking cool with it. Except this fucking one girl, dude. Details are hazy. I need you to recognize that I talked to this girl for fucking 6 hours and still do not know her name because I was beyond fucked up, okay? She was like 4'8", tiny little fucking blonde thing, dude. She could not have weighed more than 40 fucking pounds. She was so fucking little, dude. I could have bench pressed her with just my pinky, just lifting it like this. She was little as hell. Now, I've had a million experiences at concerts, right? Where I am physically or verbally, like, assaulted. Yeah, Noah, we're getting there. I promise we're getting there. I've had a million experiences at concerts where, like, I'm the bad guy for existing because I'm a big, tall, fat guy, right? People can't push me out of the way. They can't look over me. They can't get around me, whatever. Dude, the last time I got a water bottle to hit me in the fucking side of the head because somebody was angry I was tall and existing, I decided, like, dude, let me be the nice guy at concerts. If I make a bunch of friends, nobody's ever going to be pissed. Like, I truly want everybody to enjoy themselves. So this small little girl comes up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever. She's there by herself, which already makes me like hyper aware of the idea that, like, dude, this is a struggle for this girl because anybody who's 5 feet tall is going to block this girl's view. She needs to have a good time. Real Friends gets on. She goes to, like, take a video, right? She's got both of her arms up to the top of, like, as far as she can reach. She can't see her phone. And all she could see were the hands in front of her. And the first words she says to me after, like, getting to that seat was, I wish people were standing on their chairs like they were at Warped Tour. Right? So I said, okay, hop up. And I reached my arm out like this, right? Arm straight out to the right. And I was like, use me, like, just step up on the chair. To clarify how short this girl was, she stood on the chair next to me and was still shorter than me on the ground. I still had her by 4 or 5 inches. She's fucking little. So then she lifts her arm, like, her phone up. She takes a video, whatever. She tries to hop back down. I've got my arm out her again to, like, help her get off of the chair. That's like one of those, like, spring back chairs that they, like, automatically close themselves, right? And this time she doesn't use it, which is fine by me. I'm back to ignoring her presence because I'm terrified of talking to women. She hops back up and off the chair a couple of times. When I notice that she's hopping on the chair, I still stick my arm out. Like, again, I don't want anybody to have a bad time. I would feel so fucking terrible if this girl ate it. I don't need to look at her. I don't need to talk to her. Everything's fucking fine. Real Friends gets done with. They finish their set. And as she's hopping off the chair this time, she doesn't, like, grab my arm. She grabs my hand and makes eye contact. When I held my arm out, I was not prepared for someone to try and fucking hold my hand. She fucking held my hand. I'm fucking scared as shit. So I turn my head to the side, and she's making direct eye contact. Like, she is fucking staring at me. This is the moment where she tells me her name that I do not remember. Oh, I didn't drop her, Noah. I didn't drop her. This is the moment where she tells me her name. She tells me about her life. She tells me that she finds what I've been doing amusing because I've been shit-faced pointing and singing and dancing around because I'm shit-faced. And she wants to get to know me better. And I'm terrified of disappointing her more than I'm terrified of her. So, like, I engage in the conversation, but I retain so little. I do not know her fucking name. The problem with not knowing her name is that I know the two people's names who are behind me who are bringing me beer. It was Corey with a C and Corey with a K. Corey with a C was in love with this girl who wanted nothing to do with him, and her name was Kenzie, and I fucking know that. I only heard it once. I do not know this fucking woman's name, and she was with me for another 5 fucking hours. No. See, you'd say priorities. Once she started talking to me and thought we were establishing some sort of relationship of some sort, she started running back to buy me drinks. As I paid hundreds of dollars for beer, what I paid for my own beer, she probably doubled what I purchased to buy me beer. I do not know her name. Whew. Okay, so she's hanging out for all of the concert. I'm still being a gentleman. I'm still holding my arm out as she gets up and down for all of these various bands, whatever. The Wonder Years gets on. For anybody who doesn't know, the Wonder Years are my favorite band. I've cried almost every time that I have seen them. They play like pop-punk, emo-ish music. They're a band that is very important to me. I cry every time I see them. I've never cried like I cried this time because they played the song that I associate with my grandfather dying. I've never watched them play it live. I bawled my fucking eyes out, dude. I am telling you, like, I stained my shirt that I was wearing fucking soaking wet with tears, dude. It, like, disgusting levels of fucking crying, dude. I sobbed. True. Yeah, if you haven't seen the music podcast, go check that shit the fuck out. I'm probably halfway done fucking editing. I think actually the next episode that I post, which I have uploaded, just not posted, will be the one that features that song about my grandfather dying. I can't remember if I talked about it because I try to block it out, but like, anyway, I love this song. There's 2 or 3 Wonder Years songs that I will genuinely tear up every time they come on, but it's just teary-eyed. When I see them live, they mean a lot to me, so I tear up, and it's fine. Watching them play one of those songs that I tear up with in an environment where I would have teared up anyway, I'm telling you, I bawled my fucking eyes out. I truly have no idea what they played next because I was too busy sobbing. Like, I had 3 or 4 people tapping me on the shoulder asking if I was okay. Look, it's the best. It was so fucking cathartic. I loved it. Do not feel sorry. Do not hug. Like, no, this was the coolest experience. That's what I fucking want from an emo show. I'm thrilled. Anyway, I'm bawling my fucking eyes out. By this point, my sister and John had come back. My sister is one of those people to be like, dude, are you fucking alright? Like, yeah, this is what I want. This is why I show up to the show. Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is dope. It is the correct response, is to sob like a bitch at that show. That's perfect, right? So the girl who's next to me on my right sees somebody on my left tapping me on the shoulder going, are you okay? Well, it's a girl, so of course she's got some shit to say. The Wonder Years goes off the stage. They have like 30 seconds between their stage act and their encore because they're old fucks and like whatever. So she uses this 30 seconds of quiet to be like, hey, who was that? I was like, that's my sister. She goes, oh, is that how you're getting home? Yeah, I can't drive. I've been here for so long thinking you were going to be a danger to people on the road. Fuck this. And then she left. What? You sat here for like 6 fucking hours preventing me from drunk driving? What? I respect the hustle. Dude, Chris, if my car had been within 700 miles of me, I would have fucking done it, dude. I would have 100% grabbed my keys. Get the hell out of here. But no. She was not there to show any interest. She was not there because she was having a good fucking time. She was there to prevent my drunken ass from drunk driving. I want to keep in mind, she was buying me alcohol and then trying to prevent me from drunk driving. If she was that concerned about drunk driving, thinking I drove myself, she would not have purchased me alcohol. I'm too drunk to recognize whether that was angry about the flirting not working or not being able to take me home, or if it was genuinely preventing me from drunk driving. But one way or another, I know she was very angry and left. So that's how all of that went. That's Thursday. I had 2 more days on this trip. Friday. Hung out with my dad. That was pretty uneventful. I went to spoil it. No, I was not interested in her number. I was not interested in her number. Genuinely. Part of it is terrified of women. 2 is I don't make good decisions when I'm shit-faced. 3 is, like, I don't want to establish the beginnings of talking to someone knowing damn well I live 1,400 miles away. Yeah, no, that's why I skipped Friday, Chris. That's why I skipped Friday. I've been fucked up by long distance before. I ain't doing it again. I'm certainly not doing it on purpose. Had she given it to me, I would have been kind enough to do it because I'm terrified of disappointing people and of women. So, like, would have 100% done it. But, like, I wasn't offering. I wasn't asking. Whatever happens, happens. My goal was to be shit-faced at a concert. So, yeah, we're skipping Friday so that no one knows Chris and I was fucking. Saturday. Let me back up a quarter of a step. So this wedding, I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but for those of you who need the context, I had been texted by the groom in this wedding probably like 6 weeks ago, and he says, hey, seating arrangements are super fucking stressful. Do you mind if I put you with this girl that my fiance and I have been trying to get you with for a while? I can't tell the dude no. My goal was to show up, say hi to them, kiss them both on the forehead, and fucking leave. Right? I did not want to be there. I fucking hate Pittsburgh. I fucking hate weddings. And as much as I love the 2 of them and would have done anything to be there for them, I don't want to fucking be at that wedding. You do whatever you want. If what makes it less stressful is hooking me up with some other, like, friend of a friend, whatever the fuck, I do not care. I do not fucking care. I've also had a weird experience with a friend of a friend who has now become my friend, where I thought she was flirting with me and absolutely fucking was not. That's not related to the wedding necessarily, but it does come into play for Saturday's events. So if you need Pennsylvania's geography, it's a rectangle. My dad lives in the southeast corner. Pittsburgh is on the west side, right? So I had to drive across the state. I'm very proud of myself for doing that backwards. Yeah, for sure, Chris. Yeah, for sure. That's why we fucked on Friday. Anyway, I left my dad's on Saturday morning, and I stopped in Harrisburg, which is, like, close-ish to, like, here towards the middle, but not quite the middle. Closer to my dad's than to Pittsburgh. That was to catch up with a college friend. And the friend that she introduced me to, that, like, we were friends of a friend. I thought she was flirting. She wasn't flirting. Now we're all friends. I stopped to have, like, a late brunch with those guys. Which is great. I had said something via text months ago to the one who has now become a friend, right? Just about a bad experience I had with an ex, right? I told the story about the concert on Thursday with the two of them on Saturday morning. It was very entertaining. But it led the friend who has become a friend to start asking about exes and wanting to know my entire history with women and staring me very intently in the eyes, and eye contact makes me uncomfortable. And also I'm scared of women. And also now, like, we're talking about ex stories so that you can get a history of my past, because I'm no longer convinced that it wasn't flirting anymore, even though I was pretty clear that it wasn't. So I'm already fucking on edge. I leave. I'm headed to the wedding. In my drive from Harrisburg to Pittsburgh, I start to go, I wonder if I know this person they're trying to set me up with. And the only ones that I could come up with in my head, right, were the one who was interested in my roommate junior year, who, like, kind of fringe knows me but doesn't really know me. We've been to a concert together, but that was fucking 8 years ago. The other one that I could think of was my ex that I haven't spoken to in years, that I've spoken about before. If anyone recognizes the name Bethany, when Chris, you watch the VOD, you'll recognize it. Not the Chris who's here, but a different Chris. But you'll recognize it, and I'm like, that's the one. That's the one that I thought it was going to be. So I spend this entire 3-hour ride from Harrisburg to Pittsburgh just about shitting my pants, thinking that the friend that they're going to try and hook me up with is my ex, that they know I'm going to be fucking miserable at. Yeah, you're right, Chris. You're right. Bethany is, in fact, the worst. I can tell that story briefly if you want to, because I can summarize it in a couple of sentences. When we met, okay, I'm backing up. When Bethany and I met, we met at a friend's house. We all watched a movie in their living room in college. Walked her home. She borrowed my hoodie. Held hands the whole way to her door. I walk her to her door. She hands me my hoodie back. She kisses me and says, "I'm actually into your friend John." John was a outed gay man before her. They dated. He said, "Nope, I'm still gay." Went to the guy that he is now married to. The day that John and Bethany broke up, Bethany texted me and went, "Hey, John just broke up with me. Trying to date now?" And I have no self-respect, so yes. And then we did date. I am the worst. But we hate Bethany. So that's why I was worried it would be Bethany. Yeah. Bro did in fact just have to confirm. I respect him for trying. I really do. We love John. John's a great dude, though. Anyway. So, I was worried the entire drive to Pittsburgh that it was going to be Bethany. I sit at the table where my name card is, where I'm expected to be seated. And the table's full of 7 fucking women. Which is already horrifying because I'm scared of women. Okay. So, no, it's not, Chris, because now I'm panicked about, why do I know any of these people? Like, why did I get sat here? Was this Ryland fucking with me? Which one's the one that he's trying to set me up with? And also, how am I supposed to find out if he didn't tell her the same thing? Like, I can't just be like, "Hey, did Ryland text you the same thing?" Because, like, everybody here knows they're there for a reason, right? Like, okay. It takes me about 45 minutes to figure out that literally everyone at this table is married. The only 2 people who aren't married are a couple with each other. And Ryland just did the whole goddamn thing to fuck with me. I love Ryland for it. I really do. That's funny as hell. Until the one who introduced herself to me by saying that, like, she was expecting. So, hold on. I'm going to slow down a little bit. She starts asking me, like, who I am, why I'm seated at their table. She tells me about herself. The first thing that she introduces herself to me with is that She's married. She has 2 twins. She's got a 3rd one on the way. Great. I'm happy for you. She ended up flirting with me by the end of the night. She tried to get in my car and leave. She introduced herself with, "Hi, I'm such and such. I have a husband, 2 kids, and a 3rd one on the way. Also, don't go home without me." So it wasn't Bethany. No, Chris, it's not. It's not. I'm not a homewrecker. I would never do that. I'm just, my weekend started and ended with women are terrifying. That was my weekend. I'm horrified, dude. I'm crawling out of my fucking skin. Just like, I'm so uncomfortable like 3 times over. I'm so happy to be home and in this chair where no one fucking talks to me outside of a chat on the internet, that I don't have to hear any fucking voices, you know, or have anyone try to flirt with me. It's great. It's great. I'm here. I'm home. I'm comfortable. Life is great again.